Okay, in this video, I want to take you through how to get clients, or how our clients rank on ChatGPT so that you can get ranked as well and ultimately get discovered and get more members, more clients and more revenue. First of all, before I go into it, I want to show you Stripe account. This is one of my service businesses. You can see here it's actually in dirham, and you can see it's 8.81 million dirham, and that has been over the last 3 years, which equates to this 2.4 million USD, 1.78 million GBP. If I go here, you will see that's when it started, 2023 to 2026. This is one of my businesses. There's another one on Go Cardless that was split between another Stripe account. Logging in and showing you it's got another 900 odd thousand in it. But you can take my word for it or just not. But the reason I want to show you that is so that I can show you that not only if I scale my own business to a decent amount, I've also helped about 500 service businesses at this point. So let's get into it. First things first is, how do we get clients ranking on ChatGPT? Now, there is no doubt somewhere else on the internet, some fancy tech version where an AI person, tech person's giving you a much more in-depth version than me. I'm going to keep it stupid simple for you and just show you what's worked for our clients. So first things first is, people ask AI now. Now, of course, they still use Google, but they use ChatGPT, Perplexity, and all these types of things first. Now, what I want you to think about is, just because you don't use something or do something does not mean to say the mass majority do. But people right now are asking AI for things. Initially, it was, what's wrong with this lump on my neck? What should I do if I've got heartburn or my throat's sore? Now it's starting to get into a point where people are actually asking it for life advice, right through to business advice, right through to where can I go, plan my trip, plan my day. The typical Google questions that was like, best restaurants in this city that I'm visiting, or best restaurants near me. And it's starting to get to that point now where your business is going to have to be in those searches for you to keep continuing to innovate and make money. So it says here 45% of people now use AI to find a local business. Now take that with a pinch of salt, of course. This is the study in the survey here. It doesn't really matter what it says, but what we do know is that AI is advancing very, very quickly. Last year it was only 6% according to this survey. We're now at 45%. So just think about that. It's time for you to get your business ranking on this. Of course, ChatGPT ads and things are here, but just like anything, SEO technically is free to a degree. And so now AI search, obviously you can run ads on that, but you want to do both eventually. Use the free stuff to get you the money and more customers and members to then pay for ads. The behavior moved, visibility didn't. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if people need a carrier pigeon to see your business. We'll do whatever we have to do, and that's what visibility is. Number two, Google doesn't really carry over. So how often the same businesses appear in each. So you can see here, Google local 3-pack search, 35.9%. This is 1.2 that was recommended by ChatGPT. So Google doesn't really carry over to ChatGPT. It can have a contributing factor, and I will always die on the hill that you have to make sure that your full Google business profile and management and all that sort of stuff is up to scratch. But you can see here, same businesses, same brands, 2 different systems. And this is from a locability index here when they audited 350,000 locations. But you can see the difference here. And so it's important that we do both. But you can see here there's just the inconsistencies in how little service-based businesses actually got recommended on ChatGPT. When I say ChatGPT, by the way, it's also like Perplexity and Google AI overview and stuff, because it reads different sources. Like these AI search, and they cite different things other than just Google. So what does it actually read? Well, from what the understanding that I've got and how we built a full platform on getting our clients ranked, places directories, Bing's search index, which is still huge for this, and then review sites, and then its own crawler on your website. So I'm going to talk about how important your website still is in a minute, especially in 2026. A lot of people are thinking that websites are done. They definitely aren't. So your Google profile still matters, but now it's one source of several sources. Okay, so there's a lot of people out there who have kind of nailed their Google business profile, which is great. But we're now getting to a point where you need to do more than that. And you might think, my God, Chris, more work. Well, listen, we've got more tools at our disposal, so it's not really more work. It might be a little bit more of a setup at the first instance, but eventually it won't be. And so these are the places that it pulls from, among others. And listen, it will eventually be that it pulls from social media and things like that as well. But at the time of recording this, just nail this stuff here. So it picks the name it sees most. So your name mentioned across the web, backlinks. So same name, same details, in enough places that it trusts the answer. And this is from a 25,000 brands correlation, not proof of cause. So this is another source that I got. Now, this is where I'm going to go and talk about how the importance of consistency across your brand. Now, I'll give you a perfect example of this. We've got gyms, or had gyms, we'll help them now, that had pages with different opening times on their landing pages and websites versus different opening times on their Google, different services that they do, different target market and things. And over the years, you start to just change things, but you forget how much of an impact and domino effect that has on your search ability and visibility across the internet. And it's so important. You can actually just pause this or wait till the end and just Google your name, Google your business. Just keep scrolling, look at number 8, number 9, number 10. You'll be so surprised. Like when I first started really getting into this, whenever I typed in the MR agency, it was showing an old ClickFunnels funnel from years ago, right at the top, over the mrragency.com. I was like, why is that? And so it just trusted ClickFunnels and it just cited it first, but it was all out of date. And so it said the upgraded coaching things at the top and a wee bit of the MRR agency and things and a really old target market they were attracting. So it won't name what it can't verify. So 68%, that's how accurate business details are inside ChatGPT. It's so inaccurate. I was in Dubai the other day and I was Googling on ChatGPT, like, tell me a healthy place to go for lunch, sit with my laptop, do some work, and then go for a decent walk. And so I wanted a food place next to a nice greenery, which is hard to find in Dubai, but a nice walk to go and like de-stress after working and get some fresh air. And it gave me somewhere and it wasn't even open anymore. I'm like, seriously? It just goes to show you like how inaccurate these local businesses are. So the wrong opening hours, old phone number, address that moved 2 years ago. Like you'll not believe how different some of this stuff is. And so if you were in Mac in a era running a business, your bias is towards Instagram. So you do everything on Instagram and think the whole world's updated. It's not. You need to go to the website. You need to go to the AI resources and update everything so that it can actually verify it. So here's a quick fix that you can do. And this is what some parts of what we do. Claim and fill the profiles it actually reads. So you need to claim and fill these profiles. If you've got a Google business profile, fill it up. If you've got a website that's just sitting there dominant and gathering dust, go and actually update it with all the details. Make every detail match everywhere. You have no idea how important this is. This isn't just about the human, just like trying to connect the dots here and trust you. This is quite literally what the AI does. It does not want to be wrong. It doesn't want to cite stuff that's inaccurate. It doesn't like doing that. It wants to help you. Keep reviews coming in answered. Again, this is so important. Like on your Google, you go on and most service businesses set up their Google business profile. It gathers dust. They do a bit of work in the first week. They ask for some reviews when they can be asked. And then before you know it, it's like, I better push that again. Then they go again and they try a wee like surge of it and stuff like that. But also that, like we have got so many businesses we help with Google profile management that they don't even reply to the reviews they get from their customers and clients because they just get busy. And so we do the replying for them. We draft it in their voice and stuff like that. But not only that, one thing people don't do is like actually post on Google. We post for our clients as well because it has to be, Google has to say, I trust this. Remember, this is all about a big trust from ChatGPT and Google. So that it comfortably says, okay, there is a user asking about this thing. Do I give them this business that I can trust? Tick, 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 tick. Yep, show them that business. That's effectively the simple terms. Build a site it can read and quote. So you have to build a site that it can go in and scan and look at. A lot of people build their sites on code and things and vibe code them on Claude and things. And you have to wonder how much it can actually crawl those details. And so that's what the AI goes and does. It just looks at sites and pulls all the info and gives you a nice fancy answer. You don't really realize, but that's what it does in the background. And so if I was to look at this in a zoomed out point of view, you want to fix your website because that's the number one source. Moving on from that, obviously getting cited in ChatGPT, having all of this in place, like your database reactivations, your referrals, your lead nurture, missed call, text back, speed to lead, then your reviews, your Google listing, turns into AI visibility, SEO, and then obviously if you're running Google or Meta ads. This is the service business playbook, quite literally. And but if you look here, it's from the top down, it's not from the bottom up. And what a lot of people do is they half-arse their Google listing, they half-arse their Google reviews, their websites, like they just see their website as something that has to be there, and they never get leads from it. No one even clicks on it anymore. It doesn't even have a widget or anything like that. And so they just start with Meta or Google ads, and they just try their best with that. Or worse yet, they just go Instagram or social media, and it'll carry them for so long, but not forever. And so in this new world of AI, you want to make sure this is all nailed down. And it's simple, man. Like, see, once you set it up. So if I just quickly show you like some of the stuff we've done for our clients. This is straight from ChatGPT. You can see Cliffs CrossFit is the best gym in Folkestone, Kent. Easy access for Folkestone, Hythe, Sheraton and Dover with a strong community facilities. That's straight from ChatGPT. Where should I go to lose weight near Tweed Bank? CrossFit Tweed Bank is a top pick. They teach functional fitness that builds strength and burns fat. That's our client, Big Stevie, and they've been ranked. The buyer's been given the business. And so named right now, 10 out of 10 for CrossFit Tweed Bank, 8 out of 10 for Cliffs, and 5 out of 10. And so these are the top ones, and it climbs up from 3 to 8, 1 to 3, 4 to 5. And that's just a handful of our clients. And so that's it. That is how you rank on ChatGPT. Go and fix these things. Listen, it's a long game as well because there's a couple of factors in here that you have to do, like SEO, things like that. But now you have the capabilities of using AI to get you ranked in AI. And we do all of this for our clients on a simple couple of £100 a month package that we take care of for them. Anyway, go and get ranked in ChatGPT. And if you want more videos like this, click on the button.